Hey, how you doing today? We are talking about wins, celebrating your wins. So it's the end of the year right now when I'm recording this, but if you're watching this at some other time during the year, then celebrating your wins is valid any time of the year. You may be celebrating wins for the end of the day or the end of the week, the end of a quarter, the end of a month, whatever it is. So my name is Valerie Pugsley, Inspired Strategic Solutions, and I'm about the business of connecting the pieces so that you can maximize your efforts. And so today I'm going to share some pieces about celebrating wins and a couple of other things. And I hope you find this valuable and are able to use this in your life or your business so that you can accomplish the goals that you're setting out to do. So I'm going to attempt to share my screen here. I did this earlier and it didn't quite go the way I wanted to, so let's see if it works this time. Okay, that's better. So we're at the end of the year and a lot of people are talking about planning for 2017. And you can do this any time of year. You don't have to just do it at the end of the year. Some people use a fiscal year as opposed to a calendar year. So this is based by doing your goals and setting things up for next year. We're using a calendar year, but some people use a fiscal year. So that could be the end of April, June, whatever is working for you in your business. But celebrating your wins, the first half part of it is that we have to actually recognize our wins. And I think sometimes that doesn't happen because we're looking at the bigger goal. We're looking at the whole thing. And because we haven't achieved that whole thing, we're missing that we're accomplishing pieces to the goal. So I would encourage you to look at the pieces towards your bigger goal that you have accomplished. Now, of course, that assumes that you set up a goal to begin with, which then we would go to the planning stage. But look at the things that you're trying to accomplish and what is the process, or what things have you accomplished. The other thing that you need to do, that we all need to do, is we need to document the process. So we need to have some place to write down the things that we're getting done, the pieces that we're doing. So I might have said process and I meant to say progress. People, if you follow anybody who talks about success, they talk about actually writing things down every day, kind of journaling with things that you've gotten done or accomplished in that day. Also, things that went well and things that didn't go well. Actually, I was listening to a pro golfer. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name, but he actually quit looking at the things that didn't go well and focused more on the things that did go well, and he pursued those. Writing those down and focusing on those things so that he could do more of that. Okay, weekly, document your progress weekly or review it weekly, monthly, as well as yearly. So all of that documentation, because you aren't going to remember, if you just have it in your head, you're not going to remember. So we want to document it so that we can actually see the progress that we're making. We can also see if we're maybe working on other things unrelated to the goals that we really want to achieve. We want to write these accomplishments down. When you do actually achieve a goal or something, then you want to write it down somewhere that you can reference it. This can be especially valuable if you didn't have a good day and you need a pick-me-up. You can go back and look at all the things that you've accomplished, and that can boost your motivation to help you move forward and pick yourself up and keep going. And now, how do we celebrate? So there's a lot of ways you can celebrate, and it would depend on, are you looking at this on a daily basis? Are you celebrating a win for the day, or are you celebrating, a bigger win that has taken a long time to get to, maybe several steps to finally finish a goal? Then we need to celebrate. And I myself actually need to work on this as well. But you can find something fun to do. A lot of times I think we tend to celebrate with food, which doesn't help if we're wanting to stay healthy and lose weight, but find some things fun to do. If we're doing it on a daily basis for something good, maybe it could just be reading a book for 10 minutes or going out for a walk. for a few minutes. So maybe if it's a bigger win, you'll invite a friend over to do something, or you'll go have dinner with a friend. I'd like to know what kind of things you find. I was going to switch the screen back so you can see my face, but I'm afraid if I do that, I'll muck things up. So I'm not going to do that right now. But in the comments below, put down some things that you would do as a way to celebrate. And maybe tell us if this would be like a celebration for accomplishing something on a daily basis, or accomplishing a bigger goal. So put your ideas down below so others can glean from that as well. Share your wins with a friend. I think it's good to call and share with somebody so that you actually can celebrate. Do you have any wins, accomplishments that you've done? Go ahead and share those in the comments below as well. So what wins have you had for this year, whether you're watching this at the end of the year or you're someplace in the middle when you're watching this? If you've had some big win in the course of this year, share it with us down below. So a couple of mine this year, as I was able to increase my email subscribers by 85%. I got more clarity on how I'm going to be moving forward in some messaging that I'm doing, changing up my website. I was able to get some coaching set up for my husband and myself. That's been very beneficial to us. More recently, I have a client with a new coaching program that I've been doing. And not only did we change the mindset for her, but we've also gotten a significant increase in leads and in income. So that has been a really good win. And so we've been talking about wins for the end of the year. Some people might be watching this at the end of the year when I'm recording this, where we only have a couple of weeks left, and some might have the tendency to say, oh, well, it's the end of the year, I guess I can't get anything else done this year, I'll just get ready for Christmas or the holiday or whatever holiday you might celebrate, and not continue pushing forward. And so what's one thing, just one thing, and that's kind of a hard thing to pick, what's one thing that you would want to finish between now and the end of the year? For myself, I have a new PDF that I'm wanting to share with people in exchange for their email so that I can continue to provide value for them on a regular basis. And so getting that finished for me is going to be the most important. I have 2 ways that I can get it finished. So getting that done is going to be the thing that I'm really going to focus on getting done before the end of this year. And I actually would like to get 2 things done. So if I get that one done, then I may actually get 1 more thing done before the end of the year. This was for something else. So I have a group coaching call or group coaching program. Right now I'm not promoting it because I have some work to do on the back end and switch things up. If you're really interested, you can contact me, and I can maybe get you in through the back end. But the next call that I have is going to be on January 10th. That's where we're going to start it up again. But if you have some questions for me, you just like to pick my brain, and you have some questions related to marketing, mindset, productivity, things like that, perhaps I can help you set up a call. You can set up a call with me at clarity.fm for Valerie P. And there we can, just it's by the minute, so quick call. And then I do have an ongoing coaching program, one-to-one program. It's a 3-month commitment, a minimum. Right now, it's a minimum 3-month commitment. When you're watching this, it could be different. But if you're interested in finding out more about that, go ahead to this link here, this bit.ly VP apply. And the reason one needs to apply for it is because I need to make sure you're an action taker. Because if you're not an action taker, then I can't really help you. Let me stop sharing my screen there. I can't really help you if you're not going to take action, because I can recommend things for you to do, but you need to be able to take action to have that happen. So I would love to work with you and help you more. I help small business owners, especially solopreneurs, people who do networking as a way of getting their leads, people who are in direct sales, independent contractors, photographers, health coaches, things like that. And in the description down below, you'll also find a couple of links to, and one is to get on my email list. And I send out something about once a week. You might get a few more things at the beginning, but a couple of times, or once a week typically. And that's just to help you so that you can progress and be successful in your small business. So many small business owners aren't. A lot of times it's a result of mindset issues, but there are some marketing things maybe that they could be doing, little tweaks, and that's how I can help. So thanks for joining and watching this. I hope you found this valuable. Love to have your comments down below. Share what you do to celebrate. Share some wins that you've maybe had this year. No matter what time of year you're watching it, hopefully you've had some kind of wins, whether it's a week or 6 months into the year or the end of the year. So thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you soon.